Y'all, you see that? She came to work today on Messy Monday. She came to work today on Messy Monday, y'all. Yes, she did. Greetings. Greetings. Welcome. Welcome to 773 Oracle and Tarot. It's your girl, Chi-Town Run. Yeah, but listen, y'all probably, bitch, it's Messy Monday. Why you happy, baby? This month, okay. Yesterday, I did a live. I did a breakdown of the week. I hate saying that word. The 5-day work cycle. I did a breakdown of the 5-day work cycle, and baby, this is. Listen, you know what? This week, listen, the past few weeks have been very, very intense. All right, y'all see my shelfie, y'all see my pool. Grab the card, put that down. Before I go any further, we are going to be getting our divine uploads from the First Lady of Hay House herself, Miss Colette Baron Reed, and her Wisdom of the Oracle. Okay, so let me get back into this. So I did a live yesterday, and I did a preview of the 5-day work cycle. And Saturday and Sunday, I got those two, but I think I'll do that for content for Saturday and Sunday, because you know I don't do much on Saturdays and Sundays. But this week, listen, let me say this to y'all. The only type of problems y'all are going to have this week is if you resist what's coming your way. If y'all don't go with the flow, this is gonna be a very rough week. Let me tell you the breakdown, and of course, you know I get my breakdowns from the Daily Planetary Guide from Llewellyn. All right, so the breakdown today, we've got Chiron, the wounded healer. It stations retrograde in Taurus. Okay, so this is a very powerful moment because Chiron is bringing us back to like our old hurts, our old wounds. You know, issues around our self-worth, our security, and what we believe we deserve. Okay? So, that old programming of wanting to shrink or play it safe or be humble, baby, Chiron and Taurus is going to be an interruption to all that fuckery. All right, that playing small, baby, it's not serving you. It's not doing what it is. It's not doing what you think it's doing, honey. Okay, Taurus rules security. Taurus rules comfort, stability, money, and the foundation we build our lives on. And that energy is asking us: are you holding on because it's right for you, or because you're afraid to let it go? That's a question. That's a deep question. All right, so that's the energy that we're working with today. Chiron retrograding in Taurus is here to help us recognize that where we've been settling. All right, where we've been settling. How we've been doing up to now does not mean we got to keep going forward with this bullshit. And today is that day that's going to make us reconcile some shit. All right. So here's the question, y'all. Collective. Where have you been accepting less? Where have you stayed because it's familiar? Where have you lowered your standards because you question your own value? Huh? That's the energy that we're working with. Sometimes we settle because something feels safe. And I've told you this on my channel many times. Our nervous system is geared to conserve energy, and we will get comfortable with situations even if the shit is toxic. All right, but now this transit is here to help us see the places where the old wounds have influenced our choices. So, that belief was like, maybe this is all that I deserve. Maybe I'm asking, what I'm asking for is too much. Maybe I should just be grateful for what I have. Yeah, Chiron retrograding in Taurus is challenging all of those concepts. It's challenging all of those stories. So your worth. Let me say this, y'all. Your worth. Wait a minute. And can you tell I've had coffee? I've had coffee. It's like, bitch, slow down. You got plenty of information. So here it is. Your worth. Collective, your worth was never something you had to earn. Your worth was never anything you had to earn. You don't become valuable because somebody chooses you. Okay? You don't become valuable because you got that, you beat somebody else with that job. You don't, that's not what your value is. You don't become worthy because you accomplished something. Because the fact of the matter is, babies, is that you are already worthy. You're already worthy. Because there's nobody out here being a better you than you. And with that being said, you're invaluable, sweetie. You're the original. Darling, you the secret sauce. Often imitated but never duplicated. Ha! Ha! See, so during this is time to rebuild your confidence, your confidence, as they say in France, your confidence. From the inside out, and stop looking outside of yourself for proof that you matter. So, the universe is inviting us to stop choosing. It's asking us to stop choosing from fear. It's asking us to choose from self-respect. Okay, and walking away from the limits. What? Listen. How do I want to say this? Walking away from the shit that limits you is not a failure. That relationship that ain't going nowhere, that dead end job, walking away. Now you want to walk towards something, especially where it comes to a job in this job market, baby. Don't be walking away from shit like that, without. Listen, you're worthy of more. You're worthy of a better paycheck. You're worthy of a better work environment. But you got to find it first. All right, don't be walking away just because I said some shit like that. Don't be doing that. But you are allowed. Baby, you are allowed to desire more. You are. Sometimes releasing what no longer fits is how we make space for what truly belongs in our lives. But use your discernment. You are allowed to create a life that reflects your value. You're allowed. Okay, as we was doing this, I was looking, baby, the Nine of Pentacles, right here. Oh wait, no, that's the Six of Pentacles. Give me a second. Where's my nine? Nine of Pentacles. That is 10. Sorry, y'all. The Nine of Pentacles, and the reason why I'm looking for the Nine of Pentacles is simply because Nine of Pentacles, it represents our independence. It represents our confidence in knowing that we are valued. We value more. We're valued. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Where's my nine? Where's my nine? Where's my nine? Nine of Pentacles, y'all. Oh, this is, baby, this is social. This is content creation in real time. Here we go. Here we go. Nine of Pentacles. There she go. There she go. Knowing your worth. So this card fits that Chiron Retrograde in Taurus because it both carries the message of self-value. The Nine of Pentacles reminds us that when you know who you are, you stop accepting shit that makes you forget. You stop accepting less. You stop accepting less. So, let's affirm. Whew. Let's affirm, y'all. Here we go. We're going to affirm. I know my worth. I trust myself. And I choose what honors me. Yeah. I know my worth. I trust myself. And I choose what honors me. Yeah. Today, I want you all to take a look at where you may be settling. Take a look at where you may be settling and then ask yourself, what would I choose if I truly believed I deserved more? What would you choose? So this is your invitation to stop chasing what is comfortable and start moving towards what is aligned for you. All right. So, where you got to ask yourself, where have you been settling, and what would change? What would change if you just trusted your own value? Yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. So listen. Uh from the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, we got card number 33. 3 plus 3 is 6. And when we talk about the numerological aspects of the number 6, we are talking about harmony, improvement, balance, peace, family matters, romance matters. But and wait, it may seem in conflict because this is chaos and conflict. But here it is. Believe it or not, this card really goes in line with the astrological forecast because listen, before you can get what you want, you got to dismantle what it is that is not working for you. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Whatever is offended by you going for more was because it was benefiting from you settling for less. That's not going to go over well. Okay, that's not. So with chaos and conflict, we're talking about tension. We're talking about confusion. We're talking about competing energies. That challenge your peace, or it challenges your peace, or it may push you towards your growth. So here's your question: what conflict in your life is asking you to respond instead of react? A lot of us are over here out in these streets feeling overwhelmed. We're feeling frustrated. We're feeling stretched beyond our capacity. And here it is, y'all. Not every battle deserves your energy. Sometimes protecting your peace is the greatest victory. So wait a minute. So and with that being said, where's my 5 of wands? Baby, look at this. Look at this. 5 of wands. 5 of wands. This right here complements this card, 5 of wands. We're talking about conflict. We're talking about competition. We're talking about disagreement, tension, clashing of opinions, scattered energy. When our lives feel chaotic, it's easy to react emotionally. Clarity is going to come back into the picture when we slow down, when we regulate our emotions, when we choose our response with intention, when we choose our responses with intention. Okay, so chaos doesn't always mean that you're on the wrong path. Sometimes it's clearing the way for what no longer belongs there. So with that being said, collective, you all going to stay grounded. Stay grounded. Don't let a temporary confusion make a permanent decision for you. So we're going to affirm: I remain calm, centered, and grounded no matter what is happening around me. Let me say that again. The ancestors were working with me on that one. I remain calm, centered, and grounded no matter what is happening around me. That's it. That's all. All right, y'all. I got to get ready for work. So there we go, sweetie. Remember, your alignment is your assignment. And baby, when that chaos comes, close your eyes. And before you react, you ask the universe for what? You ask the universe to show me how good it can be. All right, babies. Have a wonderful Monday. Stay blessed.